Xin chào, what's up everybody? In this video today we're going to talk about the housing in Saigon, pretty much inside of District 1, District 2, District 3, District 4. I am going to be shooting a bunch more apartments coming up. Again, if you want to live in this Basan area, so if you want to live over where they are putting all these new apartments and they've finished up the Grand Masteries, Grand Marriott thing that we took a look at that was crazy expensive. I have a price update on that too, but I'm telling you what's going to happen when they open this subway, and it's going to open soon. And you'll see when we go and do the Golden River videos in the next week. You have, a 5-minute access to one of the subway stops from Vinhome's Golden River. So all that means, guys, is Vinhome's Golden River is just going to go up in price. It's not the craziest, greatest product on the out there, but everything can suit somebody's needs. It depends on how much you're trying to spend and what you're looking for, I've become quite a bit of an expert on where you would want to position yourself based on what you would need out of your daily life and what your job is, etc. So, this is why I kind of do these apartment videos and kind of offer my assistance via the Patreon and can kind of help you find a place to live. Because it takes years to figure this stuff out. So, and I'm pretty good at sussing out a type of person too. So, if you're a type of person that wants to live in District 7 in the suburbs, no problem, dude. We'll set you up with a cool District 7 apartment out by my buddy Joe. So, wherever you're trying to live, we can kind of accommodate, and I can kind of figure that out even if you haven't spent enough time here. And if you have spent enough time here and you know exactly where you want to live, well, buddy, I got you hooked up exactly. So you're looking at Empire City over here, which, again, good project. This is the newer, I think, off to the side over here part of that. These rent, you've seen the Empire City video. If you want to check those out, let me know. I think the prices on all this stuff is going to sustain where it's at and then go up. So you're not going to see any kind of going down in prices. There's never going to be, like, people talk about a price adjustment on the internet, or they talk crap on a video. Sure, like the Grand Marriott that they finished over by Vinhome's Aqua 4, the new one over there that we priced out at some crazy price. That's already come down. The leasing agent contacted me there. I can get you in a 1-bedroom there for like $11.50. So you can already get in there at a great price. And those are brand new apartments with only like 20 people living in that entire complex right now. So you can even get at the most expensive apartment now for a more reasonable rate. And what's going to happen is, people say the subway is never going to finish. I don't think it might open this year. It's very possible that we see to the absolute very end of the year to see the subway open. It's very, very possible, or even into the early next year. But nonetheless, once that thing finishes, there's enough people that are going to be living from D1 that need to work vice versa to D9 or along the way. The people don't realize, but the Hanoi Metro posts profit because it's become so popular with the Hanoi people up north. And a lot of people have moved specifically to be on the line. So where the subway line is, and all the apartments that are along that line have gone up in value. So, the proof is kind of in the pudding already. And I think a lot of these places know that, and that's why they've been holding out on the price of these apartments, and maybe that's why you see a little bit of overpriced. Like, we're gonna take a look at the Opera coming up this week, which I think, in my opinion now, is the best apartments to rent in Saigon, in District 1. So I'll be able to get you into there. Again, there's like all of 20 people maybe living there tops right now, because the handover was just completed not even a month ago, and they're still handing over units. So we'll be getting a look at that this week. And again, I think I've already taken a look at it, and from what I've seen, I didn't look at it at all. Absolutely stunning piece of property, and for long-term living, it's the spot. All these apartments over in this through Thim, they do dogs. So that's one of the big things, is the dogs. Empire City, I couldn't get a straight answer out of them, but you want to be, if you have a dog, in a dog-friendly building. It's pardon my French, but fucking hell when you live in a non-dog building with dogs, even though every Vietnamese does it. It's pretty wild. Again, something that can drive you wild about Vietnam is like weird rules, and then no one follows any rules, but then there's weird rules implied on you about weird stuff. But it's just part of living here, and you get used to it. But you know, Golden River is easily going to be your best value right now. You can get a 1-bedroom for 17 to 24 million, you know, from non-furnished to fully furnished. So either direction you want to go on that. Vinhome Central Park has actually gone up in price crazily, and it's very populated. But if you want a sense of community and family, of course, you can get an apartment there that's around the same pricing as Golden River. So Golden River and Vinhome Central Park have now come to about the same price. And again, any of those you want to stay at, more than welcome to sign up for the Patreon apartment tier. Do not email me. I will not reply. I don't even reply to the email anymore. It's totally bombed out, so I don't even really waste any time on it. I'm probably just going to even take it off because they signed me up to 70 million lists that I'm not going to take the time to sign up for. So if you want to get at me about the apartment stuff, just sign up for the Patreon thing. It's just to verify your identity, guys, and like to put a little bit of safety between me and the people on the internet that want to see bads for me. So it just gives me a little bit of a easier way to verify people, kind of, you know. Even though I can't see any of your information, it's still like they don't even want to spend $5. So any of these apartments right now, I've replaced with so now I've got to get rid of so. My speech friend, I just did too, told me I have to slow down. It's because I talk too fast and think too fast, and my mouth can't catch up with my brain. So you have to slow yourself down. Like I'm doing it now, but I have to consciously think about slowing down. So living over here is almost impossible. There are apartments over here. Sometimes this apartment comes up for rent in this really old Vietnamese place. There's some more Vietnamese apartments that look like they're good deals. I had one of my subscribers, I don't know if he watches anymore, but one of my subscribers actually rented one back over on Pasture Street, and he regretted it quickly. I absolutely would not recommend living in a Vietnamese domicile in almost any kind of way. Really, unless you're like a dude that absolutely just doesn't care about noise and find it for some reason entertaining that there's a guy in your hallway singing karaoke to 4 a.m., which I don't think is a lot of people. I just wouldn't recommend it. They're just built different. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. They are just built absolutely 100% different than us in that regards, especially the sound, especially as Saigonese. They've grown up in, what do you hear now? Let me take the mic off. Let me take the mic off and give you some, you know, this is what they hear. You hear this 24/7, guys. Not a lot of horns, not a lot of horn honking, because we're not in a horn honk area, really. But I mean, even that, even the buzz of the, you know, the buzz of just the motorbikes and stuff going by. It's a loud place, so they've grown up with this stuff. You'll see guys on naps on their motorbikes on the sidewalk here during broad day. So if you're not, unless you have no care about that and a super easy sleeper and really like what I call a cheap Charlie, like really wants to save your pennies, or you have to save your pennies. And if I have to save my pennies, boys, I am always going to recommend for the cheapest, best value, the easiest way to stay in a short-term place without doing any kind of deal is Japantown. It's always going to be Japantown. So you could get a short-term rental in Japantown. Absolutely. That's the video. I can't think of really too much more or anything else to say. Actually, I can. We can talk about a whole lot of more apartments, but you'll just see them in the videos to come. If you want to get a jump start on any of these things now, I have access to the Mark, Vinhome's Golden River, Vinhome Central Park, the entire Metropole project with the 9,000 different buildings in it. Pretty much anything you really want, you can hit me up and ask me about. I have intimate knowledge on all this stuff, so yeah, hit me up. That's patreon.com/fatandbro. We'll see you on the next one. Stay frosty. We streaming over at kick.com/fatandbroke. Come check me out if you got some free time. I would love it if you signed up. As ever, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and you watching my videos. So stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.